Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian. Welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. And we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to be talking about that damn DJ Redick. But before we even get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So as you guys know, the Lakers right now are currently participating in Summer League. And yesterday, JJ Redick made an appearance. He was at the game. LeBron was at the game. His wife was at the game. General Manager Palenka was at the game. They were watching the Lakers play. I forgot who were they playing yesterday. The Lakers were playing against the Houston Rockets. And in that game, Bronny James scored 8 points, but it was very inefficient. Wasn't really a good game. But you would never know that by the media coverage while the game was taking place. You would have thought that we were watching the next coming of Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, one of these people. But throughout that, it then brought up conversations about JJ Redick, who you know is the new Lakers head coach. He's a figure that many of us have discussed and really questioned how he was able to land such a position with absolutely zero coaching experience anywhere. Not on a collegiate level, not on an NBA level, not even as an assistant coach, nothing, nada, right? So many of us were kind of figuring that out. But apparently what happened was JJ Redick basically took a shot at the Lakers' former head coach in Darvin Ham by essentially questioning the way he ran his offense in some recent comments that we came across from fadeawayworld.net. But before we even get into what JJ Redick had to say about the Lakers' former head coach Darvin Ham, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Game Time. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. For example, I am super excited about the upcoming MLB games. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to baseball. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, the NBA, concerts, comedy, or other theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into the article and read what JJ Redick had to say. So the article starts off with the headline. JJ Redick takes a shot at Darvin Ham, says the Lakers were running a random offense. Article then continues on. In an appearance on a recent ESPN broadcast, new Lakers head coach JJ Redick made some comments about the process of adjusting to his new role. Interestingly, he exposed his predecessor Darvin Ham for not really having a set plan on offense. One thing we worked on was an early on system. One thing last year was they played random, said Coach Redick. When they played sets, they had a higher efficiency. We have LeBron, AD, but we're going to play with more movement and cutting. The Lakers had many ups and downs with Darvin Ham, from the ugly breakup with Russell Westbrook to last year's run to the Western Conference Finals. But after another failed stint for the Lake Show, JJ, a former NBA veteran, was named as the team's new head coach this summer after a dramatic hiring process. With the Lakers in such a weird place as a team, the franchise couldn't afford to mess this up after being spurned by UConn coach Dan Hurley. They finally settled on their guy, JJ Redick. So you heard what JJ had to say there. What are my thoughts on this? Do you know what it's easy to do? It is easy to criticize something in terms of, oh, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do this, when you're not doing it. It's an entirely different thing to do it, to critique that thing when you yourself are doing it. I listened to an NBA player, I forgot who the player was. You know how sometimes when you're watching a game and you see players doing certain things, you're like, this doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense. Why did he make that decision? Why did he make that decision, right? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? And I remember this NBA player basically saying, things are happening too quickly. for you to sit down there and be processing all of these things. You need to just make decisions now. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So sometimes you get it wrong, but you sitting there watching it on your couch, it may seem a bit apparent to you. But when they're playing on the court, there's a lot of things going through their mind. What's the point I'm making here? It's easy to criticize what Darvin Ham did. You've never coached a team. So of course you're going to have all the ideas. We're really going to know what you're made of when you're in the coaching seat and you try to implement a strategy and teams counter, and then you now have to improvise within the game. That's when we're going to figure out who the real great coaches are. That's when we're going to figure out if you're the Eric Spoelstras or the Ty Lues, or you're going to be one of those type of coaches, or you're just going to be a guy that really knows how to talk X's and O's, but doesn't go out there and execute. Whatever you say about Darvin Ham, here are the facts about his tenure with the Los Angeles Lakers. In his first campaign with the team, they went to the Western Conference Finals, and they lost to the eventual NBA champions. In the second season with the Lakers, they made it to the playoffs, and they lost, I think they were the 7th seed, and they lost to the 2 seed Denver Nuggets, because I think OKC was number 1, if my memory serves me right. Anyway, they lost to the Denver Nuggets in round 1, the NBA champs. So what we know about Darvin Ham is that he's at the very least good enough to help the Lakers be a competitive team in the playoffs. That's number 1. Number 2, since last year, the Lakers made it such a big deal about winning that in-season tournament. I expect the Lakers to win this in-season tournament again, and I'll tell you why I expect the Lakers to win this in-season tournament. Because the roster is largely unchanged. They basically have the same players. They drafted some new players, Bronny James included. So if you have the same roster, you have the same players, you added 1 or 2 pieces here, you should be able to at least get the exact results that Darvin Ham did, at least in the regular season. The Lakers should at least go out there and win the in-season tournament, right? If they don't, I think it's best you don't criticize a coach that was unceremoniously kicked out of his position to make way for the likes of you, who have absolutely zero coaching experience. None to speak of. On top of that, you somehow managed to escape through the media ire with no one discussing some of those allegations that you had about those women accusing you of saying some racist things. You found a way to kind of escape through. Ime Udoka had no such luck. Joe Mazzulla had no such luck, but you did. Somehow you're now the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. We're happy for you. In my honest opinion, I think JJ should do a little bit less talking and produce a little bit more results. Because JJ talks a lot. He talks a whole lot. What we want to see are the results. And it's tacky as a head coach to go out there and say something like that about a previous coach, or at least in a roundabout way, talk about him. Usually what head coaches do is that they defend each other. But of course not JJ Redick, because JJ Redick is JJ Redick. He has all the answers. That's why I stand on it. JJ talks a lot. Eventually, we're going to have to see those results. That's my take on it. That is exactly how I feel about this issue. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.